Welcome to the world of Formula One, where the fastest cars and the most skilled drivers come together to compete in the most intense and thrilling motorsports on the planet. Are you ready for a season filled with high-speed action, fierce rivalries, and non-stop drama? Are you prepared to witness the world's best teams and drivers push themselves to the limit in pursuit of glory and fame? This season, we will see Mercedes and Red Bull Racing once again locked in a fierce battle for the championship title, with Toto Wolff and Christian Horner leading the charge for their respective teams. Can Mercedes continue its dominance in the sport, or will Red Bull Racing rise to the top and dethrone the reigning champions? Will the rivalry between Wolff and Horner reach new heights, or will the two men put their differences aside and focus on the task at hand? Formula One, the pinnacle of motorsports, where the world's best drivers and teams compete for glory and fame. But behind the scenes, there's a rivalry brewing, a rivalry between two of the most successful teams in the sport, Mercedes and Red Bull Racing. And the two men leading the charge, Toto Wolff and Christian Horner. Toto Wolff, the mastermind behind Mercedes' domination in the sport, has led the team to multiple championships and is known for his ruthless approach to winning. On the other hand, Christian Horner, the team principal of Red Bull Racing, has also led his team to multiple championships, but is known for his more laid-back approach. But as the 2021 season began, the rivalry between the two teams began to heat up, and so did the rivalry between Wolff and Horner. The two men began trading insults, with Wolff calling Horner obsessed, and Horner calling Wolff a sore loser. As the season progressed, the battle between Mercedes and Red Bull Racing for the championship was intense, with both teams pushing each other to the limit. But in the end, it was Mercedes that came out on top, with Lewis Hamilton winning the championship. But the rivalry between Wolff and Horner was far from over. In the 2022 season, even though Mercedes was not in the title picture, Wolff was still one of the leading critics and called for severe sanctions after Red Bull was found to be in breach of the budget cap. Horner, of course, denied any wrongdoing, but the tension between the two men was palpable. And now, as the 2023 season approaches, Wolff has once again taken a swipe at Horner, claiming that he lives in Horner's head, rent-free. The question remains, will the rivalry between these two teams and these two men continue to escalate? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, the battle for supremacy on the track is only going to get more intense. This is Formula One, where the stakes are high and the competition is fierce. Don't miss out on the action. Tune in to the next Formula One race and see for yourself the tension between Toto Wolff and Christian Horner. Will Mercedes continue its dominance, or will Red Bull Racing come out on top? Find out on the next Formula One race. Toto Wolff, the team boss of Mercedes, and Christian Horner, the team principal of Red Bull Racing, have had a contentious relationship in the past. The two men have been trading insults during the 2021 and 2022 Formula One seasons, with Wolff calling Horner obsessed and Horner calling Wolff a sore loser. The rivalry between Mercedes and Red Bull Racing began to heat up as the 2021 season began, with both teams pushing each other to the limit. Mercedes ultimately came out on top, with Lewis Hamilton winning the championship. However, the rivalry between Wolff and Horner was far from over. In the 2022 season, even though Mercedes was not in the title picture, Wolff was still one of the leading critics and called for severe sanctions after Red Bull was found to be in breach of the budget cap. Horner denied any wrongdoing, but the tension between the two men was palpable. Now, as the 2023 season approaches, Wolff has once again taken a swipe at Horner, claiming that he lives in Horner's head, rent-free. The question remains, will the rivalry between these two teams and these two men continue to escalate? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, the battle for supremacy on the track is only going to get more intense. With Mercedes and Red Bull Racing being two of the most successful teams in the sport, it will be interesting to see which team comes out on top. As the 2023 season gets underway, Wolff and Horner will both be focused on leading their teams to victory. For Wolff, this means continuing Mercedes' dominance in the sport and maintaining the team's winning streak. For Horner, this means trying to dethrone Mercedes and bring the championship title back to Red Bull Racing. However, the tension between the two men will likely continue to simmer in the background. Wolff's accusations of Horner being obsessed and Horner's claims of Wolff being a sore loser will likely be brought up again and again by the media and fans. This will add an extra layer of drama to the already intense competition on the track. Furthermore, Wolff will also have to focus on securing a new contract with Mercedes driver Lewis Hamilton before the new season starts. Hamilton and Wolff have always made a concerted effort to use the off-season as the time to sit down and come to an agreement, in order to stop the inevitable questions that would follow them both throughout the year if negotiations were to be dragged out. All in all, the 2023 Formula One season promises to be an exciting and intense one, with Mercedes and Red Bull Racing once again locked in a fierce battle for the championship title. The rivalry between Wolff and Horner will also add an extra layer of drama, making it a must-watch for fans of the sport. As the season progresses, it becomes increasingly clear that the rivalry between Mercedes and Red Bull Racing will be the main story of the season. The two teams are consistently at the front of the pack, with Hamilton and Red Bull Racing driver Max Verstappen trading the lead back and forth. With the two teams so evenly matched, it is clear that the championship will come down to the wire. The tension between Wolff and Horner also continues to escalate, as the two men engage in a war of words on the F1 paddock. Wolff continues to mock Horner for his obsession with Mercedes, while Horner retorts that Wolff is just a sore loser. However, despite the tension, both men remain focused on their teams, with Wolff and Horner working tirelessly to ensure that their respective teams have the best cars and strategies for every race. As the season nears its end, it becomes clear that the championship will be decided at the final race of the season. Hamilton is leading the standings by a slim margin, but Verstappen is hot on his heels. The tension is palpable as the teams prepare for the final race, with Wolff and Horner both desperate to secure the championship for their team. In the end, it is Hamilton who comes out on top, securing his 8th championship title and cementing Mercedes' dominance in the sport. However, Horner and Red Bull Racing put up a valiant effort, and it is clear that the rivalry between the two teams will continue to heat up in the future. Despite the tension between them, both Wolff and Horner shake hands after the race, acknowledging the fierce competition and mutual respect between them. Overall, the 2023 Formula One season was one for the books, with Mercedes and Red Bull Racing locked in a fierce battle for the championship title, and the tension between Wolff and Horner adding an extra layer of drama to the already intense competition on the track. It was a season that kept fans on the edge of their seats, and it will be exciting to see what the future holds for these two teams and their leaders. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more Formula One content.